What are you guys' thoughts on Barry Bonds?
What are your guys' thoughts on Taiwan and how it's true China?
I will always believe that Taiwan is the true Chinese People's Republic. The
Yep.
People's Republic of China is nothing more than a usurper taking advantage of the poor and innocent
Excellent.
minds of China using the sensationalism of World War II Japanese imperialism. And that sounded almost halfway coherent.
Good hear it, yeah.
I'm kind of
I
impressed.
mean,
with
to be
myself.
fair, that sounds like what actually pretty much happened.
Pretty much, yeah.
God damn it! I gotta hit the can. Hang on.
All right, there you go.
Hey, Gimp.
Huh?
Is the island northeast of Sudmathet part of the Principality of Brewery?
No, it's not. It's just the way it colored it, unfortunately. That island is basically...
I don't know. I feel like that might be a fun whiskey war location.
Oh, you mean like the island off the coast of Canada that Greenland and Canada fight over
Yeah.
by knocking over the other person's flag.
Putting a bottle of drink on it.
That is the best.
Yeah.
We should have wars like that all the time. And you know what? Now it is. Now it will be. I've got to find my map again because I don't think Asgar saved it, and it pisses me off. No, not what I wanted. Not what I wanted. Oh, hey, they updated. Now you can add flags and shit. Fuck. Are you kidding me? God damn it.
No, we're not. Yet.
Damn it. That actually kind of pisses me off.
Yay! We're back.
Yes, we are. We are indeed back. Although we are not going back to the past to save the world of Maku, unfortunately.
Damn.
Although somebody write that down, that might be something that happens in the future.
Oh, and if it's not here in 30 minutes, it's free? Wonderful.
Alright, before I think of the other meme that comes from that episode. When last we left off, the crew of the... You had been hired, well, not really hired so much as offered services in exchange for a translating amulet to be able to speak to, I believe it was Kid Lycos, not Erden, that you all wanted to talk to.
Yeah.
Correct.
Upon receiving the amulet, you were asked by the enchanter to join him on a quest to find the Icarus. After fighting off some air pirates, you found the wreck inside of the Black Maelstrom, a swirling, ravenous vortex and sea storm that had raged off the island or off the coast for many, many years. Erden became very concerned when he heard a language that he was intimately familiar with, his own Elvish tongue, spoken by this artificer. And when the storm parted and everything was calmed, you saw a ship of iron and steel speared upon the rocks of this grand area. No lights, no sounds, everything calm as death. You are sent. You have taken small lifeboats and drifted down. Mind you, these lifeboats use a very rudimentary magical anti-gravity system to keep themselves from falling.
Don't rock the boat, Kid Lycos.
Oh, and let's also not forget that Kid Lycos also has a How to Cook Dwarves book. Or I forget what we named it. Oh no, Cooking with Dwarves. Volume. I believe you only have volume 1.
Yeah.
Yes. So we may
Kid Lycos is gonna hear that and chokingly start ever so slightly leaning over to the left, then leaning over to the right.
Real talk, I would if Gibbs was here, he'd probably be murdering you, or at least attempting to.
Well, to be fair, I'm not like violently turning. I'm just chokingly going.
You are a 400-pound lobster man, and he.
That's why like I'm leaning like an inch over. Like I'm not like full leading. I'm just going. I want to scare him, not make him have a heart attack.
Alright. You descend into the bowels of this ship. There is a massive gash torn into the side from which you enter. It leads into almost like a hangar deck for one of the larger airships that they use for carrier operations. Although you see no fighters or any other kind of aerial craft, it is all completely empty. There are a myriad of crates strewn about, and there are no lights. Wait, hold up. Does anyone have a light source or a light spell?
Let me look.
Hex, I know you usually have useless spells on you that you
Yes, I always have. I
Yeah.
have torches, a tinderbox.
I didn't even take a flashlight. What the hell is wrong with me?
My weapon is even radiant, so it can also be a light.
Jesus
Oh, I've got
Christ.
dark vision. I don't care.
Actually, wait.
Anyway,
I also have dark vision.
I was just about to say, does Kid Lycos have dark vision?
I don't think I do. Give me a minute
that
and
guy
I'll
can cover.
And this,
check.
for any DMs in the chat, this is how you keep the lobsters from being a problem. You just throw them into complete darkness.
No, we just turned
How
the
have I
lights
ever
off.
been a problem?
We just turned the lights
Uh,
off. He doesn't
let
know
me
where it's going
see.
on.
You would think the lobsters would have night vision because they're.
I need to. Well, let me open up the book if I can find the book. I
Yeah.
don't know where I saved it to. I had this all like noted, and then I kind of reset my computer, so I don't know.
Oh no.
I don't blame you.
Yeah. So, honestly, since I reset the computer, I don't have the book saved.
No.
Let
Let me see. Oh, I don't have it. I'm on my laptop. Shit.
No, I know we put it in the chat somewhere.
Oh, I have it open.
Where is it? Maybe I can find it in the chat.
Lobstros.
If we could look that up, that'd be great.
Physical description.
I gotta close all my Iron Kingdom stuff.
Deep sight. They can see in the dark up to 120 feet while underwater, but do not gain this benefit out of water.
Shit. Shit.
It was just it was how quick you said it that made me smile. You immediately go, haha, I am victorious, and then all of a sudden Hex says, while out of water, you do not gain this ability.
Look, fine. You know what? I biofloss be able to be a badass, but you know what I can do? I can make more better fan art. I'm going to wrap myself around the skeleton and be like, guide me.
Oh, no.
It's dark in there. It's dark in there. Mr. Obama.
You can't see without his eyes wet.
No, I have to be fully wet to see my.
Dang it, I didn't take create or destroy water today.
I was just about to say, if you got a giant fishbowl and you filled it with water, you could technically...
Wait, why does that be a fishbowl? You just can't you just put like a bubble of water around me?
Because the fishbowl is funnier.
Okay.
No, that would also require another spell, and you don't get 2 spells for the meme.
You don't get 2 spells for the meme.
No, we could set up like a little aerator.
That's out of the budget for this grade of meme.
No, we're going better. You have a little aerator, like makeshift aerator, goes to his backpack or something, so it keeps oxygenated.
We're putting way too much thought into this.
There's so much fan art that needs to be made of this stuff.
So what do we see? What do we see inside here?
For the skeletals and Erden, you see that the entire area is very heavily rusted. It hasn't seen a lot of use in many, many years. As I've said this before, there are dozens of crates that are unopened, kind of precariously leaning against one of the opposite walls. There are three doors leading out into other areas. They're all marked, but not in a language any of you can speak.
Hmm.
Hmm.
That's. I don't know. Let's see what's behind door number 1.
There's sorry, I'm using my hands to describe stuff. There's a door in front, a door to the right, and a door to the left.
I mean, left is always best.
I don't think that's ever been true ever.
You know what?
Left
I think.
left hand is best hand.
Yeah.
You know what? Let's go for the left.
Very well. You take the left turn route. Left turn, leftist route. There's a way to say
Left
that.
move.
You leftist.
The left-hand path.
You take the southpaw path.
It's sinister. We should take the Dexter path.
Oh god, the memes.
Like, why am I suddenly thinking of this place called the Leptorium?
Oh god. And now there's gonna be a Ned.
To the left, to the left. Everything on the ship's in the box to the left.
All right. Memes are done. We've done all of the memes for now.
Yeah, I was gonna say for now.
Yeah.
You start,
Probably have done all of the memes at this point.
you
Hey,
start,
Ted, slide to the left.
really trying not to make the enemies in this area much harder than they should be. Really trying here, man.
I'm sorry.
We'll go through the left door.
Okay. You take the left door. You begin walking through the passages, and they start turning and twisting in various ways. Most of them lead to dead ends or various rooms that look like they might have been bunks or storage areas. Do you guys want to search any of these?
Of course.
All right.
There could be loot here.
Yeah, geez.
Most of the storage areas you find in this part of the ship they look like it might have been food at one point, but now it's just become a weird sludge / stain. It's definitely been here for a long, long time, and is not any good, if it ever existed. In the crew quarters, you don't find any. You find much of the similar, very empty chests. Not much. However, you do find a few interesting baubles, a few necklaces, some gems. But the thing that interests all of you the most is this really beautiful. It looks like a watch or some kind of barometer. You click it open, it looks like it kind of works. The one hand ticks a little bit, but it just kind of goes back and forth.
Interesting.
So, if anyone wants to write down...
Can I try casting Mending on it?
Yes, you can. You cast Mending on it, and...
I'm going to try casting Mending on it.
That's what I just said. You cast Mending on it, and it actually stops moving, but you hear more ticking going on inside of it.
Can I roll investigation on this thing? Because I don't trust it.
I'll do you one better.
Would you...
Do you have, I was about to say driving, but driving's not a thing.
Can you drive the clock?
Yeah, no.
Well,
I've
no,
got-
Drive
no.
the pocket watch.
Do you have God damn it, not navigation. Fucking hell, I gotta get out of the...
Land vehicles?
Nah, not even that. You know, yeah, investigation would work. It would work on this. Never mind.
I've got investigation. There we go. I don't have a damn clue. It looks cool.
Actually, you do have somewhat of an idea what this is. You saw the navigator on your ship using something similar to this. It's a navigation. He called it a navigational beacon. It's one part magic, one part mechanical, where it uses the magnetic portions of the poles to tell you. It's a really fancy compass, basically. It's a really accurate fancy compass. They're pretty expensive. They're pretty uncommon because of how much of time and energy it takes to make. So they do fetch for a fairly pretty penny. But they are very useful. Basically, whenever you are making a navigation check, trying to find something, you roll with advantage on any basically any roll I would require for you to make a navigation check.
I shall take this.
All right.
Into the backpack it goes. Okay, our first bit of loot. I'll hold it up for everybody to see.
Yay!
Wow.
You also
Loot.
you also find
Burden gives a golf clap.
Actually, no, this is our first piece of like expensive loot. Everything else has been trash so far.
Well, actually, that's not the first piece of expensive loot. The first piece of expensive loot is the 3 amethyst and 1 emerald you find.
Okay.
I see how Kim's is gonna be today.
Well, I gotta make up for last week. Oh, that was bad.
Yee, boys, we're rich.
You search for a little bit longer, and you find nothing else of real interest. It seems like, and eventually, it does end in a sort of kitchen/mess area.
All right, where to next?
There is.
I don't know.
There are 2 other doors that lead out of this one. There's one.
Ted's gonna look over at Kid Lycos and be like, "Pick one."
Once again,
Pick one. What?
pick a door. There's one in front,
Pick a door.
one and one to your right.
Wait, there's doors there. Okay.
Yeah, you're in like a mess area.
Yeah, I can't see.
You can. I have a torch out.
Oh, you did? Okay. Sorry.
Well, technically, my musket is a torch, but it's
Okay.
the same thing. So,
Please tell me your entire barrel is glowing.
yes, just the barrel. It's like a red hot.
Just a tip.
Just a tip.
God damn it.
Hey, Archer is a great show.
Let's go to the one behind us.
That is the door you came from.
Oh. So it's,
I mean,
okay.
you can.
Yes, it's just leave. Get out of here. I don't. I guess in front. Sorry.
Yeah, there's another door in front of you, and then there's a door to your right.
Oh yeah, front. Never go right. Never go right. This ain't NASCAR.
All right. You continue traversing through these tunnels, and you realize that the ship isn't. Do you notice as you look around, you start noticing that the ship isn't as big as you thought it was. It seems more like it was armored than it was interior large, if that makes any sense.
Mm-hmm.
This hallway is almost devoid of any features. You see what should be electric lamps that at one point might have been lit, but are out or broken entirely. And after several minutes of walking, you eventually find a massive area. There is a healthy amount of light streaming in from various holes in the roof and sides, and there appear to be giant panels of sorts. And at these panels are strange mechanical constructs. They're not active, and they don't appear to be capable of doing anything. Imagine a B1 battle droid. Give it a little bit more armor and make it a little bit more humanoid-ish. And that's kind of what you're looking at. They all seem to have been manning these large consoles that look like very fancy typewriters with glass screens in front of them.
Good luck pushing a tap Ted on the shoulder. What are those?
I have no idea.
Elfoy, do you know what those are?
I can find out. Would you like to find out?
Sure.
Chimerian. Initiate emergency auto repairs on that one. I'll just point to the droid that looks the most like to be in the best shape.
Okay.
Ted's
gonna
gonna ready his
die.
rifle. Just in
Yeah.
case.
Icarus just gonna be like, start fixing bayonet. Start fixing the bayonet.
Okay, Hex.
Which recovers 16 health.
Can Chimerian repair fully? Can it repair magic, or can it repair both mechanical and magic?
It can recover itself or another object.
Okay, so it doesn't really matter. Okay.
So that's your call.
That is a question, isn't it? You know what? For the sake of not being too pedantic about it, we'll say that Chimerian eventually figures out how to get this thing working again, and gives it a couple of good taps onto it. Opens up one of the like this little side panel, and eventually manages to get this thing reactivated. Its eyes slowly come to life with this bluish white hue. It makes a strange garbled noise in a language that none of you understand, and it turns to look at all of you. It begins speaking, and at first it starts with this almost song-like lilt, but it doesn't say anything because none of you know its language. For a split, then it switches to this screeching howl, this garbled, almost white noise, and eventually it actually settles on. What language do you guys know?
Lobtros.
I know common.
I believe I know common and like one other thing. Let me check. Oh no, my.
Well, no, don't we technically know all languages because of the amulet?
Ah, good point.
Oh
yes.
yeah.
Barry,
Checkmate, DM. Checkmate.
You call it checkmate, but you are going to be able to understand it regardless. Well, no, it only speaks in a language that King Lycos understands because he has the amulet. But it speaks in a it speaks in a very archaic sounding language to the rest of you. To Kid Lycos, it sounds like he's speaking common.
Huh. You mean Lobtros, because I don't speak common.
Oh yeah, that's right, Lobtros.
I always speak Lobtros in like sign language. I can make clicks and hand gestures. Yes.
Are you part of the salvage? Are you part of a salvage operation?
Yeah.
Oh, good. You don't understand how long. My data banks are very corroded. Let me just go and it shuts down briefly for a couple of seconds and then reactivates. Oh my, that is quite a long time. 865,000 years. That should not be.
Yeah, that's a bit of a long time.
Yes, the ship is woefully understaffed and under-repaired. How will it get through the great journey in this state? And it starts walking away from you and begins actually reactivating some of the other drones in the area.
Excuse me, before you keep doing that, what is the purpose of the ship?
You are not one of the enlightened, so I do not need to answer your question. Your query, you can take your query to your master. I'm sure he would be more than happy to tell you.
Now, are we hearing this, or just nothing but Bear? Sorry, Kid.
It is just making weird noises, and Kid Lycos is making weird noises. It's just a lot of weird noises.
Okay. What do you mean by our master?
Well, is it one of the great houses in charge of this operation?
Not that I'm aware of. We were just hired as extra help.
He slowly stops reactivating the third drone. So you're not part of a salvage operation. You're pilots.
I mean, no. We were sent on a mission to find the ship. Is that technically not a salvage operation, my friend? We weren't told to go steal anything. We were just told to find the ship.
What house do you serve?
The Lycos Gym. To be fair, I feel super nerdy because that's like an actual thing in pro wrestling.
I was kind of afraid you were going to say the Starks. I'm going to be honest with you, or someone from Game
Wait,
of
what?
Thrones. I thought you were going to say
No, dude! I made this character to be fucking wrestling jokes, just nonstop.
Yeah, and you didn't do fucking fuck. And you didn't do Los Tebron. You had the perfect opportunity and you fucked it. Like you could.
Yes, but I feel like a god because I made Kid Lycos, and all of a sudden, in like 3 weeks, a wrestling company announced, "Hey, welcome back to the ring, the actual Kid Lycos. So suck it." I am a god.
Okay, fair enough.
But anyway, so yeah, I'm from the Lycos gym.
Is that a new house? I don't have a recollection of that in my database.
I mean, it's a long-standing house of the Lobtros. I don't know about whatever you serve.
Then
I don't know. We got skeletons, we got humans, we got some stupid ass elf over there. I don't know.
Then you are not one of the enlightened, and as such, you cannot be a master. Now tell me, who is your master?
Insert the shopkeeper's name. Oh, wait, no, wait. My master is that guy. Points to Erden.
It looks to Erden and begins cycling through the languages again. This time it ends on. You guys would probably have heard it. It's this world's version of Elvish, but Erden has no idea what he's saying.
Wait, no, that. Got that. I'm pretty sure you've got your dental fricatives in place of whatever the hell that awful screeching sound that replaces the harmonious tones of actual Elven languages.
Yeah, ignore him. He might be our master, but he's just the payroll. He's kind of stupid, but anyway.
Payroll.
Yeah, he's the
Erden
payroll.
will in turn attempt to cycle through a few languages.
I'm just looking at my fellow skeleton like, you have any idea what the hell they're saying?
Not a clue there, bud. I can only speak in this language and in military hand signs.
Yeah. Just hand sign sup, bro.
We're just trying to figure out how to talk to this thing. I think the Lobtros has figured it out, but it's not.
Yeah, because the Lobtros is smarter than you.
You can always try to take the amulet.
Yes, take the amulet from the giant fucking lobster.
Why would I take the amulet? I don't need
So-
to take the amulet.
So anyway, can you
This
tell?
heap of scrap junk needs to figure out how to communicate properly.
So anyway, my friend, I am not trying to figure out what your ultimate goal is. I'm just trying to figure out, should I be concerned of you turning everything on, or are you guys, on like a peacekeeping mission or something? I'm just trying to think of the safety of my group.
I give a probability of 88% that 88.356.1% that you are here to loot and salvage this structure for your own purposes. However, there is also a fair amount. There's also 19% that you might not be. But
Look, I'm telling you, buddy. My job is just get to the ship, find the ship. That was all I was hired to do.
well, it seems you have found the ship. Then why did you board the ship?
To see if there are any survivors.
It stops for a minute and kind
All right, this thing's starting to talk in circles.
It stops for a minute and makes various clicking and whirring noises. Your logic is sound.
And considering how easy it was for us to repair one of you, technically we did find survivors. So we have so far accomplished basically the two things we were sent to do.
Your logic is sound. But
So,
Alas, I must reawaken my master so that he may decide if you are worthy of if you are worthy of letting this vessel be known. Come,
I
come,
will.
he says, and he begins trotting
Okay.
off down another hallway.
I'm gonna sign to Bones. Hey, follow this guy. He's taking us to his leader.
Oh, all right. Hey, let's follow the lobster. He knows what's going on.
Awesome.
This is extremely convoluted.
I'm more concerned because there's more things being activated.
No offense, but basically, I'm just turning this into. I kind of just want to like just keep Erden away from this as much as I can, because I just know what Erden would do, and I'm like, no, I'm not letting Erden be like, fuck this. I'm more important than you.
I'm waiting for Hex to just blast this thing. As
Oh,
you begin walking with this guy, and it gives you somewhat of the history of the vessel, or at least the history that it remembers.
I'm gonna be interested, not be like, oh shit, that's amazing, but I'm gonna be like, oh, that's neat.
All right. It tells you that the vessel's name is the Icarus. I hyphen CARUSS.
Okay, Camps, you're just asking for it. Did it fly too close to the sun?
Possibly. There's a reason I named this vessel the way I did.
Okay, I'm glad you did. So it's like, don't be saying they're naming it Icarus and being like, oh shit, yeah, Icarus. Like, no, we're not allowed to pull that and shit.
I know what I'm doing for the most part. Most
Good.
of this is not pulled out of my ass. Most of the
Okay,
time.
good. Alright,
I mean,
so
there are
Icarus
exceptions, but-
to the master.
Yeah, which is probably how people got its name, Icarus. It tells you that that it was a retrofitted trading vessel turned into a warship, captained by error, name redacted.
When
It
I
actually
hear
says that.
warship, I'm gonna hold my gun a bit closer. Were you going to war, or were you just traveling through dangerous seas?
Oh, the houses are always at war. If it's not one thing or another, the master is always. It's just good sense to be prepared, and and my master needed a cheaper, less expensive vessel to traverse.
Okay, sorry. Just you can understand how we're a bit jumpy. Lost ship and all that stuff. Finally found it, and first thing to hear is, oh, it's a warship. Like,
Eventually, you enter this massive antechamber. With inside this chamber are more of these droids at various consoles, and the center of the room is a lithe, green-skinned creature who is suspended in some kind of tank with surrounded in a fluid. It seems to be the only thing that's still powered on this ship. It has a bluish-green light to it, and he floats in the jar.
is it like a humanoid figure, or is it like a brain?
It is a humanoid figure.
Okay.
Very much. It has a runner's build. Very, very lithe, very muscle.
Uh huh.
He has a slightly elongated skull, black hair, and he has what appears to be some heavy plate, a sword, and some kind of firearm on his hip.
Okay, that's gonna be interesting.
Oh.
So this is your master?
Oh yes, and thank the creators for his pod being intact. It seems the rest of the crew was not so lucky. And looking around, you see that all along these walls are pods, all of them filled with more of this fluid, but there are desiccated bodies in them.
Can I roll a medicine roll to figure out what this pod is? Obviously, it's a medical device of some sort.
Would you like assistance with that?
Of course.
Yes, very well. You may roll.
Hey, Ned just might know something.
Roll a d4, boy.
Just
Just
What,
do anything.
26?
You can.
you would have gotten it on a 15.
Nope, you needed a 20s. You needed a 28. Sorry.
I was thinking that, but no, you got it. You would have needed a 20, but I mean, fuck. All right. This appears to be some kind of life-sustaining pod. You look at a small screen on the side, and there are very small lines going. It goes flat, 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 strikes up a couple of times, going up and down, and then goes flat again. It's a heart monitor, basically.
I'm going to turn around to Erden and like if I had a brow to perk, but I don't because I'm a skeleton. I'm gonna go fascinating.
You just crook your finger and then raise it slightly on your.
Fascinating.
No one can tell me that's not what Ted's doing.
I'll explain. It's a you know it's a life sustaining device. Anyway,
Really?
Yes, it seems that this was the last thing my master was able to do before the crash. The droid goes over and begins tapping buttons, and the tank drains with the sound not too dissimilar to flushing, and the pod opens. For several seconds, there is nothing. And
Oh
then,
god, this is gonna be the nightmare to wake up to. A giant lobster, an elf, and 2 skeletons. This is gonna be interesting.
I don't know, man. I've seen some pretty weird shit. One of his eyes opens, and then the other one, excuse me, and then slowly he rises, joints cracking and popping, out of the tank and onto the floor. He eyes you all quizzically, before turning to the droid and speaking in that first language that the droid spoke, which it reciprocates. Eventually, he snaps his fingers, and a brief light appears in his hands. Finally, out of that damn pod. All of you understand him at this point.
finally, someone who speaks common.
Well, hello
How you
there.
doing?
Technically, no. I'm projecting all of our voices into one harmonious convergence of. Yes, I speak your common tongue. Now, if you don't mind, I'd like to know a few things. How long has it been since my glorious vessel has seen any kind of repairs? What house do you serve?
I'm gonna tell the number that the droid told me, and I serve Kid Lyco's gym house.
It seems they do not serve a great house, my lord. They appear to be former people of this. They appear to be peoples of this world. This world. What was this world, I wonder? He goes over one of the screens and tries to turn it on, but it doesn't work. What is your purpose on my vessel?
Like I told your friend here, our purpose was to find the vessel and see if there were survivors. We have successfully found the vessel, and we have successfully found survivors.
Yes, you have. He kind of looks at all of you, his eyes bouncing between the four of you.
Oh, by the way, they have no idea about what I talked with your assistant here with, I guess that'd be the name, because they do not understand the language we were talking in.
Ted just kind of shrugs.
Also, please do not pay any attention to any stupid things the elf says. He's a bit of a... he's full of himself.
At this point, he looks at Erden, and his eyes go a little wide. Erden, this creature offers you his hand.
I'll take it. We'll shake it.
You take his hand and you give it a good, healthy shake. Ah, another wanderer, I see.
Well, we can't all fit in these tiny droplets of world.
Indeed, indeed. So you must be the reason that that my glorious ship was found.
God damn it.
Not really.
Oh,
It seems the people of this world were already well on their way to finding this ship before I arrived.
but do you understand? But do you understand its purpose? I wonder.
I could only guess at it.
And what would you guess what its purpose would be?
You got an answer for this, bud?
Yeah,
Heavily
I'm-
armored hull. Able to fly very quickly. Autonomous staff capable of directing actions even after the crew have been incapacitated.
I got it. It's a cheese grater.
It was built to invade Coruscant.
I
There's
keep
a lot
getting.
you could do with this kind of a vessel, but my guess would have to either be along the lines of logistics or preemptive defense.
Very perceptive. This vessel was a retrofitted vessel, but it has served me well. Ted, you were about to say something?
I got nothing. I'm just a medic. I'm just a doctor.
Damn it,
I'm
man.
just a doctor.
But Ted, I thought you were a space engineer.
No, I'm just a doctor. I'm trying to get over the whole other worlds thing that these two are talking about. It's quite disturbing.
Tell me, traveler, do you happen to have a way for me to get back, for me to travel beyond worlds? It seems mine might be a little, and he looks at the ship, busted.
If you're okay with effective randomness, then barely.
Let's call it a little adventure. But first, we should probably get off this vessel. I'd rather it not remain out here for much longer. Go back to your employer and tell them, take me to your employer and I will give them whatever valuables are left on this ship. It doesn't seem like much since the crash.
You could potentially repair it.
No, this vessel is lost, unfortunately. I lack the means and the skill to repair this once mighty ship.
Suit yourself.
Shrug. Ted, shrug.
Yeah.
You see the bones crack as he shrugs.
Like obviously, I will ask this man if he I need to check this man over because like you just came out of a tube. Medically, Ted is very, very fascinated by this.
He is a little apprehensive, but he
Damn it, man!
does-
I'm a fully certified doctor. Thank you.
He does eventually relent and allow you to give him a once-over.
Just think about it.
Do a prostate check.
Yeah, start getting some blue gloves up.
I'll need you to bend
I
over.
just need you to cough. It'll be okay.
Just need you to cough. Oh my god. No. Oh.
I'll just
Let me know when he starts to feel something.
medically check this man out, and just the tubes are fascinating. Like, how could this be?
Okay. You give him a medical once-over, and you realize very quickly that he is not human in any way, shape, or form, or elf, or any other race that you're familiar with.
I start taking notes. Do you have two hearts, sir? Do you have any allergies?
I'm allergic to anything that just makes a bunch of throat noises that you have no idea what it means, even with the
Do I?
like translator spell.
I'm,
Damn.
I'm gonna stop and go. So low cholesterol diet.
No
Right.
cholesterol diet.
Remember, he likes dwarf.
I'm literally going to take a lot of notes down.
I'm gonna ask him. Have you ever ate dwarf in your lifetime, sir?
It is quite the delicacy. Very hard to
You
get.
must teach me.
He gives you a very excited look, like, oh, a connoisseur. It's kind of like when two winos.
Wait. I'm gonna pull out the book. You're not this person, are you?
No, but I'm intrigued by the concept of the book.
We could trade notes.
It's kind of like when two sommeliers get together and they start comparing wines. Except that it's so much more brutal.
Because it's dwarf. We're eating dwarf, not drinking wine.
No, drinking wine.
Wait, you could probably turn dwarfs into wine.
If any of the Savage Company devs are in the chat,
They just did an ad in their Discord channel.
Yeah, we'd like you guys to. We would like you guys to make a modification to the rules. Well,
Let me eat dwarf. Dang
it! No. I'm still gonna take medical notes and casual conversation of diet and everything. This is a discovery, man. I'm gonna have to write a thesis paper.
You find out that he eats a mostly plant diet, though, with the occasional meats and fish and various other proteins. Very low carb, very low salts, and very low salts. And
He eats keto.
Yeah.
Basically, yeah. But not the pretentious kind of keto, you know.
Yeah.
Spaced keto.
No, I'll do that while we journey forth.
Okay, as a fourth wall breaker, I'm sorry, sir, but I have one question. Where's the muffin button?
I will not divulge. Actually, the button you're looking for is right there, and he points to one of the consoles.
Precious just slams my hand.
Immediately, all of the robots disconnect and fall to the ground. There is a very loud Now would be a good time to start running. And
You said it was the muffin button!
It was, and he just bolts.
Gotta say, that's your best work.
Okay, everybody give me athletics rolls.
Oh dear.
Those of you
what
in
roll?
athletics, and those of you in heavy armor, give it to me with disadvantage. Although I don't think anyone here has heavy armor, so we're good. That part.
Shit. I think I do.
Let me check here.
I'm in fucking plate armor. But I fail anyway.
I have several spells for this eventuality.
Wait, did I seriously?
If anybody had that'd be a good spell.
I have haste, but I can only use it on one person.
God, I rolled a fucking 2 when I have a 7 plus 7. I rolled a 2.
Well, I rolled a 12 and I have plus 6, so.
Maybe you should.
I could also cast rope trick.
How is that going to help us?
I can make a safety big.
I hate the idea that you can do that. I didn't think you would take this spell, goddammit.
And it lasts for an entire hour.
Wait, so is it now canon or a game that the Lobtrust knows about the muffin button?
No, it's the fact that you wanted. What were you looking for in the muffin button? Were you looking for actual muffins, or were you looking for?
I was looking for an actual muffin button.
Oh, were you?
You don't watch Giant Ball Z Abridged, do you?
No, I don't.
Oh, okay. But there's a joke that there's a muffin button.
It seems like a Goku thing, and I hate it.
It is.
So,
okay.
Man,
where are we
Duck.
off to next?
You're
Running
all,
from the muffin button.
You all need to give me Erden, Ted, Bones,
Erden
and
is going to attempt a rope trick and to try and drag one of the robots into the rope trick room.
Question. Would you say that the rope trick athletics, not acrobatics?
Oh.
Would you
It's
say
just as
that
bad. Hang on.
God damn.
Oh, fuck. Fuck.
Would you say that the rope trick follows the rules of gravity? For instance, if you were to cast it 60 feet in the air, would it fall until it's at sea level or at 0 feet?
No,
At sea level.
I don't. It's
This-
an extra dimensional space. You're making a
I'm
door.
talking for the exit.
I would say that the exit point is defined initially when you touch the rope.
All right.
I'm gonna touch the 7 foot that I cut already, which means I can comfortably carry the robot up as part of a standard movement. And the rope's still there if anybody wants to join me in this safe room.
It can hold up to 8 medium or smaller creatures. I don't think Kid Lycos can actually fit in there because he's large.
No.
Yeah. He's a big
Don't
boy.
worry.
I can also
I'll
cast
just tank
enlarge
the hit.
reduce on him.
Oh yeah, he can just shrink you down. Does anyone
Hey.
want to do this? I would highly recommend Ted. In fact, I just recommend everybody do it.
I'm at the mercy of the elf.
He really
'Cause he
is.
ha-
That's even
Yeah,
more
he is the one who has to.
scarier.
Look,
If not, I
alright.
will try to tank the hit. So it's gonna be the fucking fireball over again. It should kill me, but somehow I don't die.
I mean, I guess if you'd rather, I can also cast shield on you, which would make you tougher to certain things.
You do what you want to do, elf boy.
Or aura of vitality, which would do basically the same.
It is your call. I am at your mercy. Like I'm gonna prepare to like I'm gonna
Just
realize
tell
shit.
me
I can't
what
get
you
out
would
of here.
like to do.
I want to do what you want to do to me because
What?
because at this point, Kid Lycos is just gonna try to tank it because as far as he knows, there's no getting out of here.
Yeah, Erden's like, do you want the safe room or are you okay out there?
Oh, if you're offering it, yeah. Kid Lycos ain't
Okay.
stupid. You'll take the
The
safe room.
safe room then. And we'll drop down for enlarge reduce.
Very well.
Nope. I'm fairly sure I failed my athletics roll.
Yeah, I would highly recommend
Yeah,
all
me
of
too.
you run.
Get in the safe bin.
Yeah.
I will.
Get in
I
the
will
bin.
run.
damn it.
I will try and run towards this mysterious bin.
To the chopper. It
Get
doesn't
to
move.
the chopper.
Go. That chop.
Okay, and then we're gonna pull the rope up so it isn't completely freaking immolated and just sort of watch out to see what happens.
I'm imagining you've got a door in here that you just slam closed. You just slam close.
I
Uh,
think
he-
more like a shimmery moon pool, so you can see through the sort of shimmery moon pool thing in one direction.
All right.
Oh, nice.
As you all climb in here and weave and the window closes, air quotes, behind you, you sit there for a few minutes wondering, what's gonna happen? And then a massive red fireball erupts across in front of you. And
Oh.
then everything just kind of recedes.
Well, that's not cool.
And
Well, we were out there for that.
everything, including like the rocks, just kind of like disappears, and this giant. I don't know what. I'm trying to think of how to describe this. It's an implosion that just kind of wipes everything out. In a.
It's like the
Go ahead.
it's the Predator fuck you nuke.
Yeah, basically. Except that it doesn't explode; it implodes, so it doesn't actually do any
Gotcha.
external damage.
Understood.
So now
Well,
you guys are just kind of floating in the air.
Yeah, while we're in the box, I'm going to mend the rope back together.
The rope is now fine.
Um,
You also now have a several 100-foot drop down to the
Well,
ocean floor.
this is a problem.
I just wanted a muffin.
Yeah, I found out that Bear just wanted a muffin, and I accidentally gave him nuclear insulation.
Yeah! I'm sorry. I thought you were gotten the joke, and then you were like, well,
No.
what do you say? Like, oh yeah, it starts exploding. I thought you were saying, haha, don't make those jokes. And I'm like, okay.
No.
But now that's like, you don't actually know. It's like, oh.
I'm gonna look over at Kid Like Us and like, this is the reason why we don't press buttons on mysterious ships.
But he told me that's where the muffins were.
And you believed him.
Yes, he seemed like a decent guy. He didn't immediately try to kill us. You seemed chummy with him.
He only
Am I
tried-
wrong?
Yes.
Just yes.
I'm sorry. And pause out, Pad. And where was I wrong?
Where
no.
was I wrong?
Okay. okay.
Fucking, I'm turning to Alexander Hamilton. Here's an itemized list of 15 years of disagreement.
I didn't actually get that reference. Explain it to me after the game.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So what? I'm looking around. I'm gonna look at the elf. Okay, elf. Pull out some more bags and tricks.
Okay. So how far is the drop to the bottom?
Terminal velocity is the word I'm going to use there.
Okay. All right. I'm gonna poke the rope out the bottom, climb down, and swing around a bit to like look around, get a feel for the surroundings. Is our ship still around?
Yes, your ship is still there, though the lifeboat appears to not be there anymore.
Okay. Does anyone have flares, or am I going to have to make a flare?
Let me look here.
Just stares at my shotgun.
You joke, but there is a way to turn a flare gun into a shotgun.
Yes, but it's the way to turn a shotgun into a flare gun.
Yes.
That's the question.
Yeah, I got nothing. I got nothing.
All right.
Hang on. What about a beef?
What about? I'm up here with you. What do you want me
Yeah.
to
Do
do?
you have a flare for
We
your
got
grenade launcher?
anything?
You got a star flare for your grenade launcher or something?
Got an incendiary round.
That could work.
Yeah, we can use that as a flare.
What do you want me to do? Fire it down?
Just fire it so that the ship can see.
Yeah, fire it that way.
Just don't hit the ship.
Oh,
Yeah.
Okay.
it's far enough away that no matter where beef shoots, it's not going to hit the ship.
Okay.
And how do you propose that's going to happen? The grenade has to explode. It's got to hit something.
Oh shit.
Well, time for Plan B.
Look,
What do
if
you
I
want-
shoot a shotgun slug, can you hit the slug with the round?
I was going to say unless either me or the other skeleton man here donates a limb for a target.
Do it.
Hey,
Do it.
anyone have a spare rib?
I'm gonna look at all of them and I'm like, no.
Come on, Ted. You got plenty of spare bones.
No.
Yeah.
I like my bones.
You don't need your ribs. What are you gonna use? What do you have to protect? Lungs you don't
They're
have?
holding my plate carrier. You leave me alone.
You're holding my plate carrier.
You don't need a pinky finger, do you?
Oh boy.
Okay,
Hex, what did you roll for?
Okay, I'm gonna cast catapult on a lit torch
Okay.
and just throw it in the general direction of the airship.
Okay. You draw the torch, light it, and throw it, and then you don't use phosphor, do you? Because that would be hilarious.
No, what I'm gonna do is we're going to affix a small timer, like a clockwork timer, and wind it up on the torch, and then toss it. and then when the timer goes off, it rings a bit, and then chunk
All right.
goes off in an arc.
You rig this little assembly up while. Wait, you're holding onto the rope while you do this, right?
I can rig the assembly up in the thing. Technically, it just counts as a spell casting action. It's just flavor.
Okay. I was just gonna say.
Artificer speciality.
Artificers are
Artificial bullshit.
Yes.
you magically construct this bullshit and you throw it and you count into your head. Once the countdown is done, you see the torch shoot up way higher than you had thrown it into the air, and it does kind of explode a little bit from the sheer force of the spell. After a few seconds, you see the ship. You see another lifeboat appear coming towards you from the ship.
Oh, thank heavens.
I'll take some bandages or something, like wave sort of a little white flag. Be like, over here, the elf did more weird magical stuff.
What are we, French now?
Yeah,
No,
jeez.
No, we're smart Germans.
In which war?
Pick one.
Uh,
Oh god.
Yeah.
I'm thinking World War I because I feel like they treated their prisoners better in World War One than they did the Nazis in World War
I'm
Two.
also going to knock the spell refueling ring to refuel a spell slot.
yeah, please don't drop us out of the sky.
I won't. It lasts for an hour. We're good.
This whole endeavor has taken about 30 minutes to do. You are brought up to the lifeboat, and the rest of the crew looks at you horrified and surprised. But hey, cool. You're alive.
And I got a robot.
yeah.
Is it
Guys,
the,
we
is
got
it
a
the
robot.
activated one or the deactivated one?
I thought you said they all deactivated.
They were all no. They were all the ones on the bridge were deactivated, but there was the one that was active.
In that case, I would have grabbed that one.
Okay.
Whoever's
Hey, we
working.
have Terry.
I am very confused. What is going on?
A lot.
Then
A lot.
procedure rescue operation.
Yeah.
Rescue. I'm very confused. Why did my master let the ship be detonated?
I don't know. I asked him for a muffin, and he said, "Yeah, hit the button, and it detonated the ship."
My master was a very eccentric man, but this is uncalled for. Of course, the pirate crew does not understand this guy, so they are understandably very concerned when you all start talking to it.
Erden will command Chimerian to relay this information.
The crew is
Wait,
No.
they can't hear the robot, can they?
They can
Yeah.
hear it.
No,
but
the
they just
robot
understand
can't.
it.
Yeah, I'm the one who can hear the robot, right? Because
The spell's
the
still
spell
going.
was cast by the master. Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
But the spell's still going on.
I gotcha. Go ahead.
Oh, Gim, you're quiet again.
Am I?
Apparently.
Is that better?
Yeah. A little bit.
I will
You're
let
going
you know.
to the guy in chat.
Yeah.
I can't look at chat right now, so I'm like,
Yeah, I have chat.
Don't
on.
worry, we are.
Yeah.
Same.
oh, thank God.
Yo, shout out to chat. What up?
Yeah, what up, chat?
Yes, hello, chat. How are you?
Let us entertain you this late evening.
Corzidin says up it by 60 decibels.
You see, I did up it. No, I did have. I lowered it for. Why did I lower it? I forget.
For the fun of it.
I might have, but. Okay, is that better? Okay. Well, is that better?
It
Yeah.
takes a moment.
All right, we will stick with that for right now. I
Just
will.
scream the entire time.
Yeah, just scream the entire time.
I only do that on Fridays and only when I'm drunk as hell. So you might see that tonight, depending on if I stream later. Anyway, you are brought back to the ship, and you are deposited back onto it. You see the man that the robot called his master talking with the air quotes talking with the mage, who appears to be. Imagine if somebody saw their god in person for the first time, and then
Should
found
I
out
Oh
watch?
no.
that their god was a total asshole.
I've got a
Uh,
law.
uh,
Should I shoot a rocket at him?
I have so many.
Why not?
God damn it, Camps! I have so many things I want to say now. I hate you.
Go ahead, say it, motherfucker.
No, because we can't be controversial.
How controversial are you thinking on being?
You just said, imagine someone beating their god and finding out their god was an asshole.
Oh, go
Let's
ahead.
just stick with that.
Go ahead and do it.
Well, I guess in hindsight's reverse, but basically when, middle class white Christians get to Billy Gates and realize, yeah, you guys did not do anything you were supposed to do in my name.
Oh,
Get the
yeah.
fuck out of here.
Yeah, that's about right.
Turns out the metalheads were right.
The guy is talking to the captain, right?
The captain and your employer.
What a bunch of dicks! Hey, I'm gonna yell at him. You dick! You almost
That
blew
wasn't
us
a
up.
muffin button.
He just cackles with laughter. I'm so
You
sorry.
still owe me a muffin.
Oh, we're gonna. Dip, buddy.
I'm gonna charge you for that, boss. Boss, I'm gonna charge you for hazard pay. Makes a note.
He is too busy, writing notes, listening on this guy's every word.
Oh god.
This is such a monumentous occasion. I can't believe it. We found one of the fabled Githyanki.
Get the what's?
I can already hear Hex groaning in the background.
I'm writing this down. Excuse me. I found him first. Thank you.
I mean, technically, I found him because I talked to the robot who brought us to him. So, suck it.
Technically,
Aim the power.
Technically, if we really want to split hairs on this, technically it's Erden who found him by
How'd Erden find him?
by activating the robot.
The robot.
Regardless,
Yes,
I'm publishing the medical journal. Goddamn.
Yes, but here's the thing. Erden activated the robot, but if Erden spoke to the robot, we still would be in the middle of the thing trying to talk to a robot.
Regardless,
That is a null
Potentially
conversation.
semantics
true.
aside. Why did you try to blow us up?
Well, he wanted a muffin, and I gave him a muffin.
That's not a muffin, you asshole. At least not in our world. In our world, a muffin is a delicate little pastry that is made sometimes out of dwarf. It tastes delicious.
I don't believe anyone has ever made a dwarven muffin.
I'm
Yeah.
sorry, do you eat dwarves? Would you know?
How many dwarves have you eaten so far?
I put out the book and turned to page 52. Dwarven muffins.
But the question was, have you ever eaten one? Is what the Githyanki says, giving a raised finger,
I'm sorry, did the Githyanki ask it or did Erden ask it?
Erden asked it, but the Githyanki is now very invested in this conversation.
I've had one or two. There aren't exactly a lot of dwarves underwater.
Deception.
Hmm?
I want a deception.
How do you
check.
know? You don't know my backstory. You don't know how many dwarves I've eaten.
This is also true. How many dwarves
We never
have-
established.
Mm,
I've eaten like 2 or 3.
I'll let it slide for now. For now.
Oh, dear.
You left the door open and I'm gonna kick that shit down. Gimps.
That is a fair point. I did do that.
But also, I have no fucking deception. Let's just see. Just for shits and giggles, what would my deception roll be? Oh, I have a 0 modifier.
Damn it, that was actually a good roll. Fuck. Alright.
So yes, Gimps, I've eaten 2 to 3 dwarves, Gimps.
Alright. The lobster wins. The lobster wins. But I don't have to like it.
You don't have to. You just have to accept it. It's like politics. You have to accept the result. You might not like it.
Okay. Ted isn't very incensed that this dude tried to blow us up.
Yeah, Erdon's not particularly pleased with this either. So, is it typical for Gif Yankee? Is that an average social greeting?
No, it's what we're called. No different than how
Uh,
you're and he gestures to Ted and Bones. Humans? Air quotes? I don't know what
At
you're
one
doing.
point. At one point.
Yes. No different than calling them human or you and L for him dinner, and he gestures to Kid Lycos for that one.
I
Man,
do
you
Kid
think I
Lycos
know
just
what I was referring to when I said
Kid,
that.
Kid,
Yes.
Kid Lycos is gonna hear that, pull out the shotgun, and just slowly start, oiling and cleaning the bayonet, and just stare daggers at the gift guy.
He's giving you the most shit-eating of grins.
Should have
I
shot him
thought we
with
were
the
gonna be
rocket.
dwarf. I thought we were gonna be dwarf buddies, but no.
What were you saying, Erden, about the name thing?
Now, is that a typical greeting attempting to murder people you just meet, or?
Oh, it's usually the first greeting. Among unknown associates, it is. You get the impression he's joking, except for the rather serious look on his face when he says it.
I see.
This is obviously both a joke on you and a serious test on his part. And now that you've survived, I can prove that either you are a useful ally or a dangerous enemy.
Wait, did you say the proper greeting is an explosion?
Well, not necessarily. The proper greeting could be anything from poisoning the wine to shoving a gun into your face. There are many.
Ted, get the rocket launcher.
Ted, getting the rocket launcher.
Proceeds to shove my shotgun in his face. Well, hello there.
Okay, I need you to make a dex save.
Oh dear.
There's a
Oh,
very
dear.
good.
Me?
There's a very good reason for this. I'm not just being a dick.
Oh no.
Wait, dex save.
No, sorry, not a save. Damn. I meant to say just a regular dexterity check. Ah, feck.
Well, actually,
Well,
no.
you rolled a 19, so
Yeah, and use that. It wouldn't matter because I have a 0 in everything, so it'd still be a 19.
Yeah, so he's he must be a little slow on the draw because your reactions are much faster than his. Maybe he's been in the station for too long, but you watch him very clumsily draw his pistol on his side. Of course, Ted's already got the rocket launcher out, and the rest of the crew are like, "Oh God, what the fuck?"
I would be careful, my friend. You don't want to cut yourself on the bayonet, which I very skillfully when I shoved my thing in his face, the bayonet didn't hit him, but it got close.
Just half an inch away, just enough.
Yeah, just enough to know that I'm not actually trying to cut him, but flick of the wrist.
He gives you a very shit-eating grin. I like you. I like you a lot. We're gonna be good friends.
Do you like me as a friend, or do you like me as dinner?
I'm very scared at this moment. I don't. I'm like we've got guns drawn. I've got a rocket launcher pointed at him.
The fun part is now for all of this, as long as we have this guy with us, if he stays with us, we're gonna have two just monsters in the group. Oh, we're gonna fight these guys. I wonder if we can eat them. What do they taste good with?
You can tell he is probably coming up with similar thoughts.
Kid Lycos basically starts whatever the lobster version of salivating at the thought is oh yes, this is gonna be fun.
He gives you a small grin as he holsters his pistol, and then offers his hand. Bronkar, at your service. Captain Bronkar.
Captain of what?
Kid Lycos, nice to meet you. And I'm gonna I need a call here. What would be the more appropriate thing? main lobster hands are like their little things.
I would say, depending on whether you want to chop this guy's hand off, probably the smaller ones, unless you really want
Yeah.
to chop this guy's hand off.
I'm
Can
gonna
you-
just. I'm gonna put my claw like on top of his hand and like shake it down, kind of, or something. Be like, "Nice to meet you." I don't exactly do handshakes, pinch, pinch.
I'm going to my cabin. Ted's just had enough of this for the day.
Ted is done. Just
Ted is
done for
done.
the day.
Don't mind him. He's just a doctor. He's actually a really good man.
Oh, he just needs to lighten up a little bit.
Yeah.
A little drawing of arms never hurt anyone too much.
Especially when it's among people who know that there's no intent behind it other than testing each other's metal.
Exactly. See, you understand. Thank
Yes,
you.
of course we do. I'm a albatross. Of course we understand this. We're not exactly, like these Philly elves and, have high culture and all that stuff. It's basic brutal culture. Living under the ocean isn't exactly an easy life.
He who survives by the skill of arms alone is a fool. Now, take me to the city of Anchor Point that you told me about. And he says, I wish to see this world.
All right, Captain?
And
Oh,
assuming,
I'm sorry. Our captain.
And is there anything anybody wants to talk to this guy, or is everyone just kind of like avoiding him for the rest of the day?
Erden's going to ask him if he could assist in the maintenance of the robot.
I really don't have much experience working on them. I had crewmen to do that for me.
Ha! Field disassembly and reassembly time.
Oh dear, I was not expecting this.
Oh, don't worry. Chimerian's only the 111th model.
It is the droid is suddenly very concerned for itself.
Don't worry. Erden's made 115 of them.
Worst part is there's probably a lot more models. It's just that they're all different sizes.
Oh, I was thinking he perfected it and started tampering with it, and they kept.
No. It's kind of like how there are like 20 different versions of the Panzer III. There's Chimerian A, B,
Oh, yeah.
C, D, and there are like 10 different submodels of those.
It started out as sort of like a miniature dragon thing, and then it's sort of evolved into a monster. But don't worry, I've taken him apart more times than I can readily count. Easy as pie.
Yeah,
and
and
if
he's never
something
had
goes
more than
wrong-
5 parts missing.
It's like putting together a fucking. It's like putting together a fucking model kit.
Well,
No,
technically there was once when he had 14 parts missing, but that was only because some of them were stolen by rat folk. Unimportant. Unimportant.
Oh, suddenly the rattling gunner pops up. Ready to go, Captain!
oh, God, no. Don't make
So,
me do that.
I was thinking more Yosoki, but yes.
okay, so what are we getting into now?
Well, as of right now, assuming no one tries to steal the ship and head anywhere else, you're going to head back to Anchor Point.
While we're heading back, I'm gonna get with the new guy and start going over the book with him, talking tips about dwarves.
You're the one who humored him on this one, dude.
I know, this is all my fault.
This
is
one's
all
on
my
you.
fault.
And here's the thing: now that I have the
Oh,
amulet, I can read it myself, so I don't need him to read it to me anymore.
The DM didn't give him that book. That was Doom's idea.
Doom is the one who asked the librarian.
I don't necessarily trust this man, and will stick to my fellow skeleton friend and Hex, and be like, I don't like this guy.
Don't like this guy at all.
His very presence is like holding a branding iron to my forehead.
And I can't
But
decide.
that
Very
doesn't mean we
specific.
can't be civil. And
Yeah,
it doesn't mean I
very-
can't learn something from him.
I was gonna say Hex can't decide. Baron can't decide whether to kill the guy or work with him. So he's just gonna do
Oh.
both.
This guy obviously doesn't have sufficient knowledge of robotics to help Erden's goals, so at this point he's basically just a disposable component.
Jesus Christ, harsh.
Oh boy. Your ship makes it back to anchor point, and after some time, Bronkar seems to have struck a deal with the artificer, who I am just going to make a name for because I never actually gave this guy a name. His name is the artificer's name, whose name is Hugo. He makes a deal with Hugo that he will gift to him the knowledge of the Githyanki, or at least what history and people and culture he can, in exchange for room and board, basically, in Anchor Point. So far, your names have spread. Do you make a big... Okay, is there anything anyone wants to do immediately in Anchor Point?
I don't need to immediately, but I need to go resupply my shells.
A torch.
Same. I need a flashlight, and then I'm gonna go work on my medical dissertation.
Alright. It seems the time you spent away from Anchor Point, a lot of shit's happened. And I mean a
Uh-oh.
lot. The town itself has become a bustling hub of mercenaries, pirates, and a new breed of soldier called marauders. Men and women
Oh.
who are 1 part mercenary, 2 parts bandits, 3 parts scoundrel. And there are dozens of these marauder captains looking for soldiers, crewmen, etc., to try and assist them in the war between the Cathos, the Protectorate of Ramos, Cathos, and the Confederation of Nalum. Which, unfortunately, because my map no longer exists in Asgard, because fuck me, those are nations off to the west, so this map may end up changing in the future. So be prepared for that.
Oh no, not the map we've totally used this whole game.
Well, I like having them.
It's a nice
Oh no,
map.
I like it. I was
Yeah,
saying
it's
it's
a
like,
good map.
what? I don't think anyone would be mad about it changing. It's like we haven't necessarily looked at the map and be like, oh yeah.
Well, the problem is Asgard doesn't... It compresses images, so if I brought the whole world map, you wouldn't be able to read anything.
Okay.
So it's like I had to zoom in and clip individual pieces off. And it's kind of a
I
pain,
gotcha.
but it's one of the better map makers, so it's kind of...
Mhm.
It's what to do. But Cathos, Bramos, the Republic of Sawiki are off to the west, and they form a They're basically the Allies: France, England, and Belgium. The Confederation of Nalum is further to the north and borders a fairly large chunk of territory. It's just that... Wait a second. I wonder if... I might know where it is, but I'll do that after them. And it seems like it seems like the war has heated up to a very large margin, and a lot of nations are getting interested in what is happening.
Hmm.
And as such, these marauders are being hired en masse, or just going out and murdering, pillaging, and burning everything they can. Fun stuff.
Awesome.
Of course.
But a few people wanted to buy shit. Heck, you were looking for a torch?
1 torch.
1 torch, 5 coppers. We're
I'll
not
pay
gonna...
in gold, so I don't have to account for that.
You're paying in gold?
I'm gonna pay 1 gold.
Okay. You're just gonna let them take all the change.
Yeah, just keep the change. It's too... I got so much change. God.
You should have a healthy amount of gold on you. Barrett, what were you looking for? Ammo?
Yeah, unless it's like somehow like a better shotgun. Not primarily ammo. Yeah, unless I can like either upgrade my stuff or primarily ammo.
You could be cool and get an autocannon or a Gatling gun.
Those are
Does anyone
primitive
actually have the
weapons.
money for that?
No, you don't. Not at all.
So could he get an autocannon or a Gatling gun?
Well, you could club someone
No,
in the head with his claws.
I am a man of decency and honor. I want to be able to see the whites of my enemies' eyes when they die.
And there you go.
So I need to have close
At
range
least he
combat.
has principles.
Yes.
Hey, I can't
And if they
disagree.
get within my shotgun and bayonet, then the claw goes pinchy, pinchy. Yeah. But how much is ammo?
Looking for that now. Give me a second. I've got to go through the book. Ammunition. Here we go. 15 gold a shell. 750 for
15
50
gold.
shells.
Choo.
15 gold a shell? Okay. Let's see.
Yeah, this was
Calculator.
part of the payment for the amulet, so you guys didn't actually get paid for this little job.
Gotcha.
I spend 75 gold to get the 3 rounds of slug back and 2 rounds of regular guns. Or
Alright.
regular rounds.
Sounds good. You can try and convince Erden to buy bleeding rounds for you.
What are
Just-
bleeding rounds?
Bleeding bullet does normal damage when it hits a creature at the start of each round after the creature takes 1.0 damage. Unless the bleeding is stopped with a DC 15 wisdom check.
Why would I have to have Erden buy them? Because they're expensive?
300 bucks a round, yeah.
Shit.
Don't have
Hey,
the-
Erden, how much money do you got?
not
I-
enough for that.
Not nearly enough.
Just buy one like Captain Jack. I'm saving this for a special moment.
I just
But,
needed a torch and
I
that
could-
was-
Yeah, like I
A
could go
flashlight.
for
Shut
the
up.
snake oil artificer build, but I'd rather not.
I'll have to ask you about that build later.
He's a snake oil salesman, that's all.
You sell
Uh,
you sell an infusion that works until you infuse the next thing, but by then you've made 12 grand and are in the next town.
Beef, you were saying something?
No, I'm good. I was taunting somebody
Okay.
Who was he?
a little bit.
I just need to get a flashlight. Just to have one.
Okay. You can buy a flashlight for 1 gold. Or no, 2 gold. So
I will give my 2 gold and add my medieval weird flashlight. That's really all I need. I'm still kind of kitted out. Unless I can find another rocket launcher, it'd be kind of nice.
Anchor Point's got a lot of air quotes black market, which is really just kind of the market around here. So yeah, you can find guys selling rocket launchers. They're gonna charge an arm and a leg for them.
Oh, really?
God, if you just pop off one of your arms, I'm going to be so happy and so angry.
What did he give us a ramp to shoot a warning flare at? But he's like, arm and leg for rocket launcher, sure thing.
No, I've got this weird magical navigation tool thingy that we took off the ship.
Remember that those are not. They're usually used on larger ships, so they are.
Yeah.
You are capable of spying them legally. It's not like.
Oh.
I mean, it'll still sell for about. It'll still sell for a couple hundred gold, but it's definitely not going to cover you the cost of a rocket launcher.
I'm just gonna keep it and I'm gonna go write my damn dissertation on a new race of people in a medical journal somewhere.
You trade in your arm and the leg, and they're like, "Oh, sweet!" And they go to put it up in their shop, and it just walks off.
Walk off.
I don't think you understand. I'm now going to have to create an entire skeletal, medical area that is just other arms and legs from other random people that they can attach, or weapon attachments. So you'll have arms that are just cannons and machine guns.
But does he have to worry about bone cancer?
Yeah.
Yes.
No, no.
I'll find us a nice inn for the team.
You do find a very nice inn. It appears to be not doing much business right now because most people that are coming to Anchor Point are looking for cheap places to sleep.
Does the Lobtros fit?
Yeah, the Lobtros has to fit.
The Lobstros does fit.
Yay!
Good.
I don't know, that's how it just said. No, I'm sorry. It's like, does the Lobtros fit?
I have no idea, but this is going to be our HQ for the time being.
This is our HQ, and no one can take that from us.
They can try.
They may take our guns, but they'll never take our HQ.
Unless,
be
of
like-
course, they happens to be the innkeep.
Semantics.
Guys, continental breakfast every morning. This is a steal.
Yeah.
Oh god. Waffles, eggs, and bacon every morning, and hot
Hell yeah.
and fresh coffee.
Hell yeah. I don't know
She
how
has
long
to
we'll
feed
be
the
staying
Lobtros.
here.
Hell
I'll
yeah! He just
It's
I'll-
a golden night, but he's willing to give you a cut rate of a gold for a week for everybody.
Yeah.
Because again, this is it's kind of like going to a Holiday Inn versus a Motel 8. in
Yeah,
that
I'll do
basis.
that.
Mhm.
I'll do that. We'll just rent it for a week and
Yeah.
give it my.
Moto 8
Oh.
leaves the light on for you. Holiday Inn leaves the whole dang thing open.
Yeah. Also, this I found a great name for this: the Dancing Mustache.
Oh yeah.
So it is the Dancing Mustache Inn. I'm
Excuse me,
sorry.
do you have any
Yeah.
mustache oil?
Like,
No, the irony is the guy who owns it doesn't have a mustache.
no, he doesn't. He is actually a clean-shaven human who looks like he has never grown any kind of facial
He's a
hair.
Marine. He's a Marine.
No, that's way too serious. This guy's just never grown a beard. No, even better.
It's Gibbs. It's Gibbs from NCIS. It's just Gibbs.
No. It's a dwarf who never was able to grow a beard. He was outcast from his family.
Dwarf,
Look
you
at-
say?
Wait, no.
What have you done?
no. You just go. You go in there. You go in there at first, and he actually has one of those Groucho Marx sunglasses and nose and mustache combo.
Oh, God, yes.
Look, yes.
You go ahead, so just don't tell that you're a dwarf. Don't tell me you're a dwarf.
No,
We have too much fun in this group.
yeah, I know. Yeah, I'll pay them for the week so I can work on my dissertation and we can figure out our next move.
Yep, he says breakfast is from 7 to 11. Feel free to eat whatever you want.
Is there a limit
Oh dear.
to how much we can eat?
He just kind of shrugs and says, "Have at it. Everything will be available."
Happy Lobtros noises.
Yeah, happy long time.
The one dwarf that he doesn't want to eat anymore.
I mean, yet.
Oh god.
On one hand, sure. On the other hand, that
I mean-
could be counted as implicit permission.
It's implicit
I mean-
permission.
Mr. Innkeeper, do you need all your fingers?
He is very disturbed by this, but kind of just kind of edges away.
I'm joking. I'm not actually saying this in character.
Okay, just need to make sure.
No, I'll let you know if I'm actually threatening to eat a dwarf in the game.
Oh god. Okay.
Urgen's going to help with that paper.
Yes, you begin writing your dissertation on the health, general diet, and culture of the Githyanki that you've heard so far.
I'm telling you, it's revolutionary.
Roll me a d20 with advantage, because... actually, Hex, what would you say writing a paper like this would be? Would you say it'd be wisdom or intelligence? Because obviously he's writing knowledge, but he's also trying to convince people that this is also an actual race and not just some random bullshit he's throwing up at once.
I would say you could play it a lot of different ways here.
Doom, I'll
You
let
could
you
even
roll
play
whatever.
it as like chunks of essay.
I'll let you roll this however you feel is most applicable.
I does not write a very good convincing paper.
You
It's-
said with advantage, right?
Yeah, with
Oh.
advantage.
That's 18.
Oh, 18.
Yeah.
I read a very good convincing dissertation.
You write a very. It starts out as being the classic high school. Yes, this is how it is going. This is good. We've all done those papers. But then Irvin helps
Good.
you make it further, and you start going back and you start revising it, and eventually you get this very nicely worded, well thought out paper that isn't just you repeating the same 3 or 4 lines to fill a word count, to fill an arbitrary
Yeah.
word count.
Again, I put Dr. Ted McCoy, Dr. PhD. Ted McCoy, PhD.
I forgot you're a doctor PhD.
Doctor, yes.
Not a PhD, a doctor PhD.
Sure, PhD.
Weird
It's important.
educational system this world has.
And I will publish my paper to the medical world.
You gonna get it peer reviewed, or are you just gonna?
Oh, damn
publish
right it. Damn right I'm gonna get it peer reviewed.
All right.
Hey, Erden, you're up here that can review it, right?
I don't technically have any standing in this area. By that I mean
Does
biology.
anyone?
I could care less about whatever local hegemony the scientific community has decided it's constructed.
Oh God. You finish this paper up and you send it to one of the more incontinent medical sciences or medical.
Mm-hmm.
It's gonna take some time before you hear back from them.
That's
But
fine.
you've got a good feeling about it. Get a good feeling about your little paper. Well, the 2 nerds are doing that. What are the lobster and the other skeletal doing?
Chatting in sign language.
Well, you guys aren't
Because
gonna
we can.
Well, you're not gonna go gamble. You're not gonna go try and find a new job. You're just gonna laze around.
I mean, we could find a new job. We could find a new job. We need to get something
Sure, fine then.
more
Okay.
dangerous.
Something more
What
dangerous.
job? Oh, in that case, I would take you to the Lobtron cities. We got dangerous jobs. Do you know how to
Sure.
breathe underwater?
He doesn't need to breathe.
You know
Have lungs, sir.
I'm sorry. Do you like decompose to dust underwater, or can you get?
No. I'm bleached, so I'm pretty much weather resistant.
I would go tell the nerds, hey, I'm taking Buddy Boy here on a field trip.
Okay.
Erden doesn't even hear.
He is too.
Let's get out of here. These two are
He is
freaks.
engrossed in the
These two
spelling and grammar.
The skeletal and the lobster calling an elf and another skeleton freaks is hilarious to me.
I never said freaks.
No, you didn't, but I could hear it in your mind.
These guys are nerds.
Yeah. No, all of a sudden the elven lady that Erden was fighting with in the other campaign reaches through the portal and just misspells one word.
Don't make me do it. Don't make me do it.
Do it. Erden deserves it.
Not yet. Not yet. There are better ways.
But okay, so I take I'm sorry, what's your name, Beef?
It's just Bones Malone.
Oh, okay. I take Bones Malone to the nearest Lobtron city to go see if there's any work on the Lobtron because he wanted dangerous.
That's like a 20-week journey. That's almost a full 2 months.
Oh, okay. Shit.
Wouldn't that be
What little
8
fuck?
weeks?
Games can do math.
Well,
no.
oh wait, sorry, I didn't see what. Right. Once again, I joke about not having to use the map, and I don't look at the map to see what anchor point is. I'm dumb.
Anchor point is right here.
But no, I see it now. I'm saying like when I said that, I was like, oh, anchor point's near the shore. No, it's not.
No, it is not.
Gotcha.
You're thinking anchoring water boats. They're thinking anchoring air boats.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's about.
Well, never mind. Look. I'm a lobster. I'm not good at geology. I'm just used to the ocean. I don't know about this land thing.
Yeah, the ocean, shallow water's about. Well, let's see, 3 inches for 100 miles, 250 some miles.
Great.
So that's
I got
that's a
nothing.
good while.
What do you got, Tones Blown?
Well, I mean, I don't. Do I know that? Probably don't know the city where we are very well.
Anchor Point is basically just Moss Isley mixed with a hive city. It's
Neat.
it's a mass of humanity and various other races that is home to all kinds of scum, villainy, and various ne'er-do-wells. Like I said, there are the Marauder captains who are basically English free captains. There's several other less reputable merchants that probably look for bodyguards or assassins or various saboteurs to blow up their rivals. Or you could just find and hijack an airship and then go become pirates.
No, that's always an option.
You think I'm joking?
Wait.
Anchor Point has a very small but very effective ship production, so you could go talk to the shipwrights and see about getting a Corsair.
What do you do? I'm thinking. What are you thinking? What do you think? Pirates there, kid? I think
I don't know. You did want danger, and being a
we can.
pirate is kind of dangerous. So
There's got to be someone down there. Maybe no. We can do. Let's go down to. Let's go down and we can find somebody who's trying to hire some pirates. Maybe we'll get lucky.
okay.
Maybe we'll get lunch while we're down there. Let's go see if we can
We're
find
the
some
pirate metal drinking crew.
I mean,
I'm
why
just following.
not?
I'm just following Tones Blown at this point.
All right. It is 12 o'clock now. I believe this will be a good point to leave it off with you two traversing into the lower depths to find possible employment. And that gives me a chance to write up to go through the other book that they gave me because they gave me their special operations book for free, which was fucking awesome. So I'm
Oh, nice.
That.
Yeah.
Thank you, Savage Company boys.
Yeah, thank you.
Go support Savage Company.
Yeah, for those, because we still have a few people here watching. Please, if you're on Drive-Thru RPG or if you're another DM, we didn't do much combat today because I didn't really. I had something planned, but they actually talked their way out of it. So.
Yay! We negotiated for a change.
The Lob Trust knows how to speak. Finally.
It actually could have gone really terrible for you guys because that Githyanki was armed with a laser pistol from the DM's guide. Which, if you don't know,
General Lycos, the negotiator.
Basically, yes. And all of these guys were armed with like Star Wars blaster pistols, so it was going to be horribly for you. So
Erden has tried the one man, I'm going to kill every alien scum on the planet. He's learned from
And
his
how'd that
strategy.
work out?
It doesn't. It doesn't. That's why he didn't try it. But yeah, the module we're playing for D&D 5e is Savage Company. It is a really cool, interesting book. It's got a lot of lore written about it for their setting, which I didn't use their setting. I created my own. So that's kind of a fuck up on my part, but they have all new races, they have all new weapons ranging from lever action rifles to machine guns to Gatling guns to flamethrowers. They've got all kinds of vehicle rules. It's a really cool book, and for only it's what $20 for the PDF. It should be noted that we are not getting paid for this. This was just because they gave Doom the book for free, and then they gave me their operations manual for free. So we feel like we should give them a little
shout out.
Yeah, shout out.
Oh yeah, big shout out.
So if you're a DM and when you're looking to spice up from the traditional sword and board fantasy, it's a really cool setting and really cool book.
You could be a
So-
giant lobster.
Yeah, you can be.
Yeah,
a
no,
giant,
you can be a giant lobster.
Or you can be a or if you're familiar with Warhammer 40k, you can literally drive a Killican. Or
Yeah.
Yes.
or be a kobold that drives a Killican. Or
You can
jump,
drive a trash can.
yeah, or you can drive a Death Dread, because that's also a thing in there too. Or you can get on a war bike and reenact Mad Max Fury Road.
Yeah.
Yes.
Mm,
That's gonna be our next game. It's Mad Max Fury Road.
Mad Max Fury Road.
Dibs on being guitar guy.
No one here is cool enough to be a guitar guy. Nobody.
Yes.
Got to
I'm
be
s-
high charisma, high charisma.
I'm sorry, we're all cool people here, but there is no one who is going to be better
I
than
think
guitar
guitar
Yes,
is
but I have the music.
guy. Do you?
I've got to dip out, guys. So
All right,
y'all,
man.
y'all have a
Well,
good one.
It was
They do.
a great night, guys. I think this was really fun, even though we didn't do a lot of combat. But
That's fine. Don't need a lot of combat.
no.
Need a story.
And I'm going to stop
You
the
wanna-
stream. Hex Beef, you guys want to do anything?
I gotta get. I gotta
we're
get
gonna do
back
a
to
brunch tomorrow, so I actually probably shouldn't.
Okay. I'll probably
Also, I
I
am
gotta go back to
exhausted
schoolwork.
from that drive. There was okay, so there's like this spot on one of the exits in the 83 multiplex. There's a 3-lane road, right? And to merge, there's a 4-lane road that merges onto it. And the merge lane is 1 lane. And if you want to get to 15, you have to go from the rightmost lane on the merge section to the leftmost lane on 83.
That sounds painful. Well, 83 is a shit road anyway. All right.
And you've got about 300 feet to pull this maneuver off across what's effectively 7.5 lanes merging into 3. It was painful, Gimp.
I imagine.
I kept getting honked at by people because I